Here's a magic trick that Steve Martin taught me with typical generosity shortly after we met in 1962. Yeah, that was a long time ago. It just uses two hands. Oh, and under the pretext of fairness, I will roll up my sleeves. And it uses imaginary glitter, just a little bit. There's quite a lot of that in this room. And a little squeeze. Looks almost real. Looks like money. Pure silver dollar. Of course, if you squeeze it again, it can't stand that kind of treatment. It just sort of goes away. I don't know. Some people think it goes up my sleeve. It doesn't go up my sleeve. It goes right up, well, it goes right up here. Some people think it goes over here. It doesn't go here at all. You see, it just, no. It doesn't go here. No, it goes right here. There it is. You see, it comes right back. Heads or tails, tails or heads, doesn't matter. You know, there's only one way to make it come back. There's only one way to make it come back, and it'll stay back. And that's what Steve Martin showed me. I'll do it just as slowly as I can. Close one finger at a time. That freckle is actually a secret push button, and if I just pop the push button like that, well, the coin is back, and it's back to stay. And that's what Steve Martin taught me. No kidding. I met Steve Martin at Merlin's Magic Shop in Disneyland. Steve had a summer job behind the counter, pitching inexpensive magic tricks to the hundreds, maybe thousands of customers who flooded through the doors every day. Even at 16 or 17 years old, he was pretty impressive. He was a very good magician. He could make a Svengali deck, a very mundane trick deck of cards, look like a miracle. He was a master at demonstrating and selling, and he was very, very funny. On his feet, 8 hours a day, he kept the customers laughing and buying. I was a very serious student of sleight of hand. What that meant, of course, was I wasn't nearly as funny as Steve, but man, I wanted to be. I struck up a conversation, and we became friends almost instantly. And eventually, I joined him behind the counter at Merlin's Magic Shop, a great day for me. And every day when the store was about to close, Steve would call out, "Last chance to make me rich." When he was in college, Steve moved on to Knott's Berry Farm, performing in the, it's true, performing in the Birdcage Theater in his summer job, and his weekend job too, an actor in the old-fashioned melodrama that the Birdcage Theater put on, and as a comedy magician in the solo acts, Martin the Magic Marvel. He closed his act with a very funny and pretty mysterious floating ball illusion that he called the toilet float trick. At the end, the ball flew out through the audience toward the exit door, and as Steve chased it down the aisle, he called out, "It's headed for the John." Steve has always made me laugh, sometimes literally to the point where I'd fall out of my chair. And suddenly one day, as if out of the blue, he could play the banjo. It astounded me. He was self-taught, he loved bluegrass, and because he realized that he needed another way to entertain audiences with whom he didn't necessarily have a language in common. Well, Steve has come back to the banjo, as you'll hear, but it isn't because his movie career didn't work out.